Hi everyone, I would like to introduce our next fantastic speakers, Lawrence, CEO at Lenderwise. Welcome. And Don, EFP of Publisher Relations at Scuti, with the topic Optimizing Game Monetization, Rewards and Cash Flow.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. We're here to talk about evolving hyper-casual games, optimizing monetization and retention. I'm Don Reilley. I am partnered with Lawrence from Lenderwise, and we're really excited to talk to you about game monetization, rewards, and how we at Scuti have come up with a better way to monetize. And so I think it's very important to talk about Scuti as a company, and first and foremost, to really talk about the team that we have in place here in Scuti. We're very fortunate. We have a number of top-tier executives who have spent their entire careers in the gaming space. People like Nicholas Langano, who's our founder and CEO, Ed Zobrist, who launched Fortnite, Paul Sams, who was at Blizzard, Jim Vievert, who was a general manager of Zynga. I could go on and on about the pedigree of the people who are involved in Scuti, but I think what is most important about the people who are involved in Scuti is every single one of us who's involved with this company has been in the games industry for over 20 years. We have worked tirelessly to, one, create great games, launch great games, and monetize those great games. And we have done that because we have been really smart about listening to what gamers have to say, listening to what they want, and being able to turn around and provide them with what they want. So when you get this collection of executives together to build a company that's really looking to drive better monetization, we know that we've come up with a solution that's going to benefit everybody in the room, every developer out there. And so we're excited to really kind of dive in and talk to you about this. So as an organization, what we have seen is that monetization of hyper-casual games is currently flawed. And it is a scenario where developers and publishers are monetizing too quickly. Through that monetization, players are being ejected from game experiences. Because of that, the industry itself is losing players out of these games. And we're facing high acquisition costs. I was on a panel earlier today about making games for maximum monetization, and one of the key points that was made in that panel was the increasing acquisition costs. We at Scuti we have come up with a solution to drive better acquisition of players for your games. And two, we have created a solution that we're going to talk about that is not ejecting players from the game. So you're not losing players and having to acquire new players to backfill them. So if publishers and developers out there are building in up to 40% in new acquisition costs, we know that we can decrease that number and provide you greater revenues on top of that. So again, we are here to provide the solutions that are going to help monetize, retain players, reward players, and acquire new players. Some of the stuff that we're also seeing coming into the next year, 2023, is there's ad constraints. We are in the middle of a global recession, and because of that, there are tighter ad spends. And these are all issues that are across the entire industry. I don't think they're all going to be solved overnight, but we are on our way to solving those issues with all of our publishing partners and all of our ad partners. And so we absolutely do offer a better way to look at this. Scuti is purpose-built, is a purpose-built platform that is helping you guys, the game makers, monetize your game while creating a much better user experience. It all comes back down to the players and how we are interacting with those players, how we are rewarding those players for the actions they are taking, and how we are making sure that we are taking care of them while monetizing these games. So yes, we absolutely believe that there's a better way to monetize and optimize game retention and the lifetime value of a player. We're creating a better player experience. We want to help every single one of our partners acquire more players. And through our partnership with Lenderwise, which Lawrence is going to talk to a little bit later in this presentation, we want to help you guys access your richly earned capital faster. And that is why we're partnering with a great company like Lenderwise. I've got a video here that will show you and highlight what the Scuti experience it is. The video will tell the story a lot better than I can do. So I'm going to let this
Welcome to Scuti, the gaming world's first G-commerce and rewards marketplace. Scuti provides game makers like you the safest way to increase your monetization and simultaneously improve retention. In the Scuti platform, players choose when to access Scuti from the game lobby, earning Scuti rewards with every visit. Those Scuti are redeemed for in-game items or to buy products from Scuti. Each time this happens, the game maker is compensated. But we didn't stop there. In-game advertising needs to evolve to meet the challenges from platform providers. Rogues, or rewarded gamified interstitials, are that evolution. We offer players a quick branded minigame played between game levels that is fully compliant. When players select the right ads, they win rewards. These ads are fun, engaging, and we never force your player away from their game experience. In just a few hours, you can integrate our ad tech into your game. Scuti improves the player experience and gives you reliable revenues from 1. G-commerce, 2. The advertising, and 3. Brand-sponsored rewards. Join us today. You and your players deserve better. And let us prove to you that Scuti is the best one-stop solution for your games.
Increasing revenues by 25%, that is not hyperbole. The one thing to remember with what we are doing here is that everything we are doing is 100% player approved.
Scuti is a new marketplace that literally pays me for playing and shopping in my game. I get rewarded every time I play and every time I shop. Every time I buy a product from the Scuti store, they give me 5% back in rewards. So I get to find cool stuff I want and get rewards back, and then get to use that in the game. I even score rewards just for opening Scuti in my game lobby. And get this, I can exchange the rewards that I earn to make in-game purchases and buy new products. And what's really cool is the Scutis I earn can be used in any of my favorite games. You're gonna love Scuti. They're gonna be your new best friend because they're doing it right. They reward you for your play.
It's important, again, to note that 100% player approved. The players love us. We add value to their experience. We add rewards to their experience. We're going to keep them in your games longer. We're going to keep them engaged with your games longer, and we're going to help you monetize off these players who are desperately looking for solutions that allow them to continue with their gameplay with what their form of entertainment is. We talk a lot about the reward system. The rewards really is just the honey, right? We want players to access these rewards, taking actions in games, buying products through our G-commerce marketplace, spending time, more levels in a game. But what's more important is that these rewards can be spent by the gamer on physical products, in-game native credits, digital items within a game, NFTs. They can be used for charitable donations, and they can be used for peer-to-peer wagering. We know that one G-commerce transaction on Scuti, just one single transaction on Scuti, will earn more than 5 months of the current disruptive ad serving that is going on in games. And what is hugely important in that is that everything we do keeps the player in the gaming experience. Once they're done purchasing a product or engaging with one of our rogues, our rewarded interstitials, they are right back in the level and the area of the game where they had started before. We are absolutely committed to rewarding players, not just with Scutis, but with offers. We can offer through reaching milestones such as finishing a number of levels, spending X amount of time in a game. We can reward them with Scuties, or we can reward them with real world products like a partnership where you can buy one, get one free of McDonald's French fries. Real world products offering rewards back to the gamers. We've also had a number of discussions with publishers who love the idea of rewards and how can we work with them to pool these rewards in a way that engages and entices our users to spend more time in their game. It is incredibly important that we can create a customizable experience that allows the gamers and allows the publishers and developers to create an experience that best fits their game, best fits what their users are looking to do, and best fits what the publisher is hoping these players will do by spending more time in their game, finishing more levels, taking actions that are important to the game itself. We talked a little bit earlier about user acquisition and that publishers and developers are building in huge amounts of percentages of what they're going to need to do in user acquisition. Well, Scuti is also a user acquisition platform. Our players are seeking out other games that are part of the Scuti network. We are giving them access to those other games within the Scuti network. And our rewards you're able to take the rewards you get from engaging with Scuti from game to game, right? And so every single player is going to want to make sure that they are playing in Scuti partnered games. So it's an acquisition platform for the developers out there. It is a monetization platform, and it keeps all the players happy, engaged, and rewarded for their experience. 100%, like I said, our executive team, every single one of us has spent over 20 years in the gaming space, and we have been focused on one thing only: creating great games and creating great experiences for the gamers themselves. So everything we are doing is about the player and putting the player first. That means uninterrupted gameplay, a universal reward system. We are working with, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, major agencies and brands out there to curate the right products and ads that go within the game experience. Free digital items in our G-commerce marketplace. We're guaranteeing pricing parity. So if you see a $100 pair of Nikes in the Scuti marketplace, you will not find those Nikes cheaper anywhere else. And there's no tracking, no cookies. 90% of the players want this in their games, and 51% are buying physical goods and taking an action. We also talk about rewarded gamified interstitials. Hugely important. Again, nothing we do here ejects the player from the game. We did not start out to invent roguies or rewarded gaming interstitials. That came about because publishers asked us to come up with a rewarded interstitial that adds value to the gamer with the rewards that we've talked about, and more importantly, does not eject a player from the game, right? So they see these ads, they engage with these ads, they continue in their gaming experience. Scuti platform continues to be and will continue to be unique, innately engaging. 20% of our gamers are returning daily just to simply collect their rewards that they can use across all the games within the Scuti network. And just shy of 7% are taking some action with those rewards. It's these kind of statistics and actions and engagement that we are seeing that allows us to strike up strategic alliances with some of the most major holding companies in the world. Publicis Group is the largest global holding company, agency holding company in the world. They've come to us because they are very interested in finding solutions for their top global brands, Adidas, Bose, Lenovo, Samsung, McDonald's, across the board. How can they get in front of this audience, be able to sell their products, put their brands in front of this audience, and most importantly, not upset the gamer? At the end of the day, we are about not upsetting the gamer, rewarding the gamer. We're also very excited to be announcing a huge partnership for Scuti and all of the publishers and developers that are working with us at the time. There is a gaming reality show coming out. It will be on Prime Video. It will be happening early in 2023. And Scuti is proud to say that we are going to be the exclusive rewards and G-commerce platform for that show. It is going to be huge, not only for Scuti connected games, but for the industry itself. How this works is, we talked about it in the video. There are 3 ways that a publisher will be able to earn revenue from Scutis. The first and foremost is a share of the revenue from all G-commerce transactions. We hold back 15%. Scuti shares that 50-50 with the publisher. Every time an action is taken, the brand itself, the brand is funding the rewards that go to the gamer. So a product is bought, the gamer itself, the gamer will be able to get up to 5% in rewards. Those rewards in turn can and will be spent back in your games, and then obviously the rewarded ads. So over the course of all these 3 ways that a publisher will be able to generate revenue, we know that we are going to be able to generate $14+ in monthly average revenue per player in your game. We've been very fortunate as well to have the press talk a lot about what we're doing here. If we're not doing something right, the press isn't talking about us, and they aren't talking about us positively. And so the key coming out and the key theme across all of the press that we've gotten from GamesBeat, VentureBeat, a number of the others, Pocket Gamer, The Drum, Yahoo Finance, is that we are fixing monetization for game publishers and developers. And as I mentioned at the top, Lawrence is here. We're going to talk about how we can help our developer partners, our publisher partners with cash flow. We know that getting your hard-earned receivable takes months. Our partnership with Lenderwise allows us to get you those receivables in days and not months. So I'm going to turn it over to Lawrence to talk through what Lenderwise is, why we are partnered, and how this benefits you guys.
Great, Don. Excuse me. Great, Don. Excellent presentation. Thanks so much for the update and for this opportunity. I'm very glad to be here and to be one of the sponsors of this event, actually. So I'm the CFO and founder of Lenderwise, and we are a very innovative funding platform. So we essentially provide, we are an investor, and we provide liquidity to companies like yours. So the bottom line question that I would pose to you is, what could you do with your company if you had more cash? How many more ads could you buy? How much more development could you be developing? How many more products could you be developing? And that's where Lenderwise comes into play. We want to help and enhance your operations so that you can do more business with greater margins potentially. So we are essentially a very innovative funder. We are funding the telecom industry, which we come from. We are funding providing embedded finance. We are essentially funding the digital economy, and ultimately we're funding the future of games, is the way we see it. So we're very happy to have partnered with Scuti, and you can move forward, because they're very disruptive, and that's what we are looking for, disruptive partners to invest in. Here, there's a quick video which explains in 1 minute what we're doing. You can go forward.
In a world where everything's digital, billions of trades occur daily, including phone calls, data, apps, and gaming. But trade finance hasn't evolved. and suppliers still want to get paid in advance of when they get paid by their clients. Suppliers, content providers, gamers, app developers could be waiting 60 to 90 days for client payments. If you are a supplier, you risk losing business if you cannot accept these payment terms. The more cash you have, the better you can negotiate with your suppliers and the greater your revenues. This is where Lenderwise comes to help. By offering flexible and innovative digital financing solutions, including factoring, ABL lending, trade financing, and supply chain financing. Lenderwise can pay 24-hour advances on your delivered services. Unlike a bank, we don't require hard collateral, only invoices and their assignment, and soft recourse with insurance. Lenderwise makes things simple. You simply apply online and upload documents and invoices. We do the heavy work with KYC, credit checks, and insurance. And give you a dashboard, e-wallet, and payment account for your invoices. Lenderwise's partners include banks, institutional investors, and global insurances. Lenderwise, the future of global digital finance.
So we are essentially filling in the void between traditional finance and this digital world, the whole digital economy. So you might have come across banks which don't understand what you're doing, or which give you a very limited source of funding or a very expensive source of funding. We've developed a technology to mitigate risks, and therefore we've onboarded a lot of investments, a lot of funding facilities, which allow us to be more flexible and to give you a very good solution to help you grow your business. That's what we want to do. We want to enhance your business. And we're doing this on a global scale. And we're working with Scuti on this, which is doing a great job on monetization, as Don expressed, and nurturing clients, on bringing more clients, on increasing the ARPU, on developing the relationship with the existing clients. What we're doing is we're giving you cash so you can get more clients, more client acquisition, more advertising, more growth for your own development. And this is what we like doing. So the partnership is perfect. One side, get more clients. On the other side, get more money out of those clients. And that's what the Scuti Lenderwise partnership is all about. It's very simple. You simply go online to our platform and/or write to sales@Lenderwise, the name of our company, and provide some very simple basic documents. We do all the heavy work, as the video explains, and we are particularly happy to fund extensively if you have invoices towards your ad network, towards Google, towards Apple, towards any of the big retail or insurable clients. So it's very simple. Reach out to us at info@Lenderwise or at sales@Lenderwise, and we will be more than happy to help you to develop your own business. That's essentially what I wanted to say. Once again, the bottom line is it takes money to make money. And so we're giving you money so you can make more money. And that's what we're all about. And we're doing it together with Scuti to help you do more business. So that's essentially it. Thanks very much. I think we have 1 minute or a few minutes for questions, or do we go overboard?
Nope. We should have a couple minutes for questions. I'm trying to stop sharing. Right, Stacy, do we have a couple minutes for questions?
Yes, I guess we have. Thank you so much for your fantastic presentation and your insights. We have a question. As it almost the end of the year, what is your view and insights regarding upcoming year and changes which could happen?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question?
Yeah, sure. As it almost the end of the year, what is your view and insights regarding upcoming year? What next?
Yeah. So again, I think I hope our presentation covered what we believe is what next. So from a Scuti perspective, we think it's incredibly important that going into the next year, player acquisition is going to be a big issue, right? And we have worked diligently to solve that issue for every single developer and publisher out there, right? We want to be able to lower those acquisition costs while greatly monetizing their games and their IP and their property, right? They work incredibly hard to make great games that are entertaining for everybody. And we've created a solution that will allow these publishers and developers to monetize those games, find more players, reward those gamers, and keep them engaged with the experience that they've worked so hard to develop. And I truly believe that that's what 2023 has to be about. And it's going to be about, right? Game makers, they cannot just keep throwing money at developing games and then losing players because of bad monetization practices.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I would add that, yes, the year ahead will increase optimization. Everything is getting more and more optimal, because everything is faster and faster, and there are technologies which allow us to do that. So just as Scuti is allowing to optimize and monetize and squeeze more money out of the existing clients, you need to squeeze more and more with greater and greater efficiency and greater optimization. And Lenderwise is adding a funding layer on top of that. So with the two, you can get the most out of what you have today and increase the number of overall clients.
Make more money, get your money faster, invest that money to continue to make more games.
Exactly. Perfect. Well said. Well said.
We can end there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, we have also a few questions from the audience. The first question is from Maxime. What are the main features you are looking at deciding if it was to work with the project?
I'm sorry, say that. I didn't quite understand the question.
What are the main features you are looking at deciding if it's worth to work with the project?
Listen, for us, any game developer or out there who wants to monetize their game and create smaller acquisition costs, we want to have a conversation with them. We want to talk to them about how we can increase that monetization, reward their players, keep their players in the experience, and with our great partner Lenderwise, get them the capital that they've earned quicker, right? So they can reinvest that, right? So it's not a scenario where we're picking and choosing the publishers that we want to work with. We believe that our solution is going to help the entire hyper casual games community better monetize, keep players longer, and acquire new players. And that's why we're here today.
Totally agree.
Okay, I guess that's all with questions. I would like to thank you again for a fantastic lecture and for your time. And also, I will be glad to see you during our next conferences. And I wish you to have great holidays.
And likewise.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.